Alright, so here we are. Season 7, first anniversary. Patch notes. Official patch notes. And we also have a developer blog to go over. I don't remember the last time they did a developer blog, honestly. I don't think I've ever done a video on one though, but I mean, they did both of these around the same time, so I'm just gonna go over both of them. And we're gonna, talk about them together and whatnot, starting with the patch notes. These are both pretty long, so we're gonna get right into it, and yeah. Alright. Newly added a revised UA Island, the UA Island version 02. The stage will change between USJ version 02 and UA Island version 02 every 2 hours. The above switching is not applied to tutorial training custom match modes, obviously. Changed HP recovery drink large, team enhancement kit, item box large to first anniversary design. Design change is limited to season 7 only. Added a jumping platform as a stage element, only for UA Island, version 02 in season 7. So it looks like, I don't know if it's going to be a permanent addition or not. We'll see. Reduce the time it takes for a civilian evacuee emerging from a destroyed building to start running and then fall down. Updated research notebook features, added research levels, exclusive level that increases in accordance with the achievement of research notebook up to level 30. Added rewards corresponding to the research level, added research notebook number 2 to be unlocked after reaching a certain achievement level with research notebook number 1. Which I think this is a good addition. Any more rewards is always a plus. So good. This one's a nice change. This is also a nice change. Added new special missions. Again, that's fine. Updating training mode functions. Added reload settings to the training menu. This is good. Should have been there from the start, but at least we got it now. Added reset position to the in-game system menu. Updated specifications for the matching function. Change to take on battles with match teams when forming teams. If a certain amount of time passes after matchmaking with duplicate characters on the team, character selection will be automatically changed to avoid character duplication. Updated specifications for select character screen. Adjusted to display a list of quirk skill sets by character icons. Adjusted to display information about ally characters as on screen. Just so you do not return to the main menu screen when you choose a character. I kind of don't like that. I don't know why it's a thing, but sure, whatever. Adjusted so that left-clicking character icon determines the character and right-clicking opens the menu and skill details with a keyboard and mouse setup. Fine, whatever. Added a mark as favorite function for your own characters. If there are any duplicate characters on the team and the characters have to be changed automatically after a certain amount of time, it will automatically choose a character from your favorites list in the order that they were added. So yeah, this is an interesting system. I guess it's fine. It's whatever. Sure. Change display the number of rewards you receive on the mission screen. Added. Oh yeah, so they added like the actual number, so you can actually see like how many of what you're getting, which is nice. I'm glad they did that. Added a favorites function to the gallery, changed that selected illustrations are displayed on the loading screen, so you can now select favorites if there are just some you don't like. It's pretty cool. Quirk skill sets obtained from roles can be used regardless of whether or not the user has the default character. For example, even if you do not possess Todoroki default, if you obtain Todoroki Icefang Windflame, they spelled that wrong, from a role you could use Todoroki's quirk set. But they're probably implementing this because they're starting they're going to get to a point to where they're going to get into like summonable characters. Right now it's only like free characters, I'm pretty sure, because Deku you get when the game starts, Shigaraki you get when the game starts, Dub you get when the game starts, Bakugo and Shoto you have to unlock in the free pass, and same with Toga. So far we don't have any like, you know, summonable characters yet. The current possession status and information on how to obtain the items are not displayed on the list. Special items, sure. And that's it for the newly added stuff. Some decent changes here. I don't think anything here is like bad or anything. I mean, this one just seems unnecessary, but all in all, fine changes. Quality of life stuff, cool. Alright. System adjustments. Added the Observer function to custom match mode in the Steam version. Room owners can be assigned from the custom match room screen. Adjusted the damage area. Reduced the safe area after 4th shrinking. Reduced the amount of damage in the damage area after the 4th shrinking. So this is cool. I think a lot of people will like this and make use of it. This is fine. I did think the storm did a little too much damage, specifically to characters like that had 250 health. It really felt like they got melted really quickly by the storm. Gas, whatever. So I'm actually glad that they kind of did that. Hopefully that helps that out a bit. System adjustments, fine, sure. Bug fixes, and we get a decent amount of them, and then we get into the character adjustments. That's going to be fun. By the way, I did look through some of this, not all of it. I should have said that before. Alright, fixed a bug that when using Overhaul and using the special action disassembly at the same time the player is grabbed by an opponent using Tomoe Shigaraki. Using the quirk skill Gamma Area Glitch, the player using Overhaul would become Origin and could not be operated. I don't think I experienced this ever personally, but you know, cool. It's a good good change. Fixed a bug where Shoto Todoroki quirk set Alpha when bounced back by All Might's Gamma would lose its hit detection. Again, never experienced this either, but sure. Fixed a bug where when the player changed their character, the role and quirk skill set displayed will not change and continue to display the information from the previous character. Maybe I encounter that rarely, but sure. Now character bug fixes. Shoto Aizawa Alpha fixed a bug that sometimes prevents capture in certain situations. I think this is referring to that alpha bug that Aizawa has had for a while now. I'm glad they finally fixed that, because it's not fun when a character just doesn't work. So, cool. His beta Powerhouse Kick Barrage fixed a bug that the number of hits could change depending on the set frame rate. That is also good. So Aizawa, you know, is now like fully usable and doesn't have any issues, so that's good. Mirio Alpha Phantom Threat fixed a bug in which the attack range of the 4th consecutive strike was not expanded for level 4 and 9. Okay. Overhaul Gamma fixed a bug that allowed use during knockback. So that was a bug. He's only able to counter with his special actions. So this is definitely going to nerf him a lot. But I still think he's going to be still really, really good even without this. So I wouldn't be too concerned. Because he still has a counter. It's just you have to use a special action for it. So I still think he's going to be a very good character still, despite this, so don't worry about it too much. Mr. Compress, Quirk Skill Beta, fixed a bug where damage from reflective bullets was different for health and shield. Sure. Shoto Todoroki fixed a bug that when using the Quirk Skill Beta, Heaven Piercing Ice Wall, and using the Quirk Skill Alpha, Blazing shields a roaring fire while the ice wall is coming up. The fire does not hit the opponent. I don't think I ever ran into that myself, but good change. So again, bug fixes, I think this is fine. I'm glad Aizawa is finally fixed. I think this is going to be the biggest of the bug fixes, because people have just been using the Gamma like that for so long, it's going to take some getting used to. So, but again, I still think he's going to be really good regardless. Now character adjustments. So I did look at some of these, and we're just going to go over them. And yeah, so Katsuki Bakugo. Quirk Skill Alpha AP Shot. Decreased damage dealt at all levels. Remove damage attenuation at penetration. So... I have played the game, obviously. I'm recording this like 24-ish hours after the game went live. And, you know, I played it a decent amount today and yesterday and whatnot. His damage got significantly decreased. Like, significantly. Almost to the point to where he's practically unusable. His grenades are still good. His Gamma is still good, but, or, yeah, I guess just his grenades. And again, his Alpha does, like, do damage. It's just, like, the damage he's doing is so minuscule, dude. And if people don't know what this means that, so... Bakugo, I think at level 9 does 65 damage, 68 damage. If you shoot someone through a wall, it will still do 68, 65 damage. So I don't know exactly why they did this. I know why they did this, because they did this, or vice versa. But I think honestly it should have just stayed the way it was. I don't think, even if they were to nerf Strike Bakugo, I think lowering the damage of his Alpha by a little bit, just a little bit, by like 5 or 10 at most. Lowering it by like 30 like they did, basically, like, his Alpha is just so weak and pathetic now, especially for a Strike character. Like, Strike Deku's Alpha is better, Denki's Alpha is better, Yellow Deku's Alpha is better, like, everyone's Alpha is better than his now, because of the fact that they did this. And it's like, you gotta, and I always like to say this, I feel like the character typings mean absolutely nothing in this game other than the fact to give character typings. That's it. Like, tell me what a Strike character is doing like 20-ish less damage than an Assault character. Assault is meant to be defensive. Strike is meant to be damage. Makes no sense. I don't know. And Quirk Skill, Gamma, Howster Impact, adjusted to shorten intervals between hits. This is a buff, but cool. Hey guys, guess what? You can't land the freaking Gamma on people, like, ever. Like, every so often, you'll get people stuck in the Gamma for like a little bit, but most of the time you're only hitting them with like the end of the Gamma, the big explosion. So this is basically worthless. If they fixed the freaking Gamma, like, tracking to where, like, if people got into it, they actually stayed in it, then this would actually matter, but it doesn't. So they basically just nerfed Bakugo into the ground for no reason. I don't understand why. Well, I know why. It's because this game is pay to play. This is the free Bakugo. You notice in these patch notes, there's nothing about the rapid Bakugo, because he's the paid one. Unfortunately, this game is just becoming pay to win, which is really unfortunate because this game had so much potential and whatnot, but it's the world we live in, I guess. Anyway, Shoto Todoroki, Ice Fang, Windflame, Corkscale Alpha, reduced time lag before activation, decrease the amount of time the ice remains on the field. This right here is really good. You can like noticeably see it and feel it when you're playing his quirk set. His alpha just feels so much better now than it did before. And I'm really happy they did that because he needed it badly. He was pretty bad. And even now, I'd still say he probably still needs a little bit of help, but this alone makes him feel so much better. This, fine, whatever, I don't care. And then Heaven Piercing Ice Wall. Did they really just put... They really... I forget, there is a change to his beta. I think it's the spikes on the side of his beta don't do damage anymore, I think is what it is. But cool, they didn't even bother double checking this or perforating it. Cool. Alright. Yeah, all in all, basically mostly good changes for this guy. The other two are nerfs technically, but I guess they don't matter too much. But this right here is really big. I've been using him a lot, and you can really feel it. Tomura Shigaraki, Cork Scope Gamma Area Glitch, change so that the skill is not cancelled when sending a step while charging. I ran into this a little bit. I don't play Strike Shiggy too much, but I ran into this a few times, so I'm glad this is fixed, because I hate when I use a move and the move doesn't get to come out and it uses a charge. It's the most frustrating thing in the world. And it's not just him that has that problem, there's a lot of characters that have that problem. Dobby Crazy Torch, Corkscale Alpha, reduced range after charging. Wow, cool. They finally nerfed Strike Dobby, except it's like the most minuscule nerf they could have possibly given him. So, cool. And this also wasn't even the problem skill, it was his beta and gamma, but sure, you know, whatever. Endeavor, Corkscale Alpha, Burning Ray, decrease the available flame burn time while long pressing. I don't exactly know what that means, but it's a nerf, so cool. I'm glad Endeavor got another nerf, because he, you know, was too good. Corkscale Gamma, Prominence Burn, increased damage at all levels, increased time it takes to use the skill at all levels. So, like, this is good, but what they should have done is, like, made it very similar to how it was before, like when they first like gave it a big buff. Make it similar to that, lower the damage a little bit, and then do this and increase the reload time on it. Because right now, like, the damage is definitely noticeably higher, but it's not enough to where this, like, due to the type of move this is, the damage is not worth it. Especially since they did this now. If they return the damage to how it was before, or it was like very close to how it was before, then sure, fine, I'm fine with this. But unfortunately, like, it's better, but it still needs more before it's a usable, like a very good usable skill. All I can say is it's better than it was before, like when he first came out. But yeah. Mario got a lot of changes. Changed HP to 225. I'm surprised they did this, but I think he needed it. I think people were. Let's go through the rest of this. Corkscale Alpha adjusted to make it easier for an opponent to be blown away by a charge when triggered without charging up. Reduced damage dealt from charge up from level 4 to 9. Corkscale Beta adjusts so that opponent that takes a hit flies farther away at all levels. Changed so that if you activate permeation right after taking damage, the permeation state stays as is. Corkscale Gamma Phantom Guard expanded range of the barrier. Special action permeation reduced reload speed. Changed so that if you activate permeation right after taking damage, the permeation state stays as is. So what does this mean? So basically what they did to Mario is they lowered his HP, which again I'm very surprised about. They made it to where he can't really do all of his combos that he had before. They reduced the damage of his charged alpha, and they seem to have fixed his permeation bug to where it would just like randomly cancel and not work. Maybe? I don't know, I don't play Mario, so I wouldn't know. And then buffs, they expanded the range of his Gamma and they made the reload speed. Reduced reload speed? Oh no, they nerfed the reload speed of his special action. People might disagree with me. I think he needed all this. He was, and still at least is, like one of the top most annoying characters in the entire game. This character is just like, it's the fact that he can run in, do pretty good damage, and then run away with no repercussions is the problem. And so I'm glad that they made it to where he can't do extra damage now. And they made it to where he's much more like at risk if he goes in and fights. So again, some people, this seems to be the most, well, this one is the change that people are talking about the most. But this is the second most talked about one. Again, I think he needed it. I think he's still good, even with all these changes. It's just they made him like more balanced. So I don't know. Kendo Corkscale Beta increased the distance the camera backs while deploying the shield. Sure. Whatever. Known issue. We have confirmed that the Corkscale Gamma of Shoto Todoroki Ice Fang Windflame may not work correctly under certain conditions. We're currently investigating the cause of the problem and how to resolve it. We apologize for any inconvenience caused. I have not seen it work improperly, but that's just me. And then thank you for your continued support of My Hero Ultra Rumble. So these entire notes, there's a lot of good and there's a lot of bad. What I'm noticing with the devs is they take like 2 steps forward and then like 10 steps back. So like, you know, I think the Izawa bug being fixed is good. I think, you know, fixing like the Mario permeation stuff is good. But then they do this for no reason. No one was asking for Bakugo to be nerfed. And even if they were, it was like by a little bit. Everyone was saying a little bit. You know what people were asking to be nerfed? Strike Deku. Guess who's not here? Strike Deku. Again, another patch where he just avoids all nerfs. Same with some other characters. Like again, Crazy Torch Dobby. His Beta and Gamma still remain untouched. Yellow Shiggy remains untouched. Twice, I would say, still needs some like nerfs, and he remains untouched. So like, I don't understand. Like, this is good, but then we decide, okay, so because we did something good, we're gonna do this. Like, why? And like half of these don't really impact, like this, I don't think anyone was asking for this or complaining about this. Endeavor, like, why are we nerfing his alpha? Cole, we nerfed Dobby's alpha a little bit. Like, this is nice, but like, I don't know, man. Some of this stuff just feels unnecessary and just like, just so we can fill out the patch notes. I don't want to be too negative because there's a lot of good in here. It's just like, they do good stuff and then they do they always do like the most dumb, asinine change that they can think of. And then it ruins the entire thing because like, it's like, okay, well, this is like so terrible that like, you know, and they still like, there's no crossplay on here. Strike Deku hasn't been nerfed. Like, I don't know. Anyway, that's the patch notes. Let's look at the developer blog. Thanks for playing Ultra Rumble. Thanks to all of you. It's already been 1 year since the release. We successfully reached the special milestone of the first anniversary of Season 7. The entire operation team would like to express our heartfelt gratitude to all the players who have supported the game. Thank you so much for your support over the past year. For this Season 7, we have prepared various events to celebrate the first anniversary. First, let's start with something easy to notice. We decorated the menu UI, battle maps, and items with special first anniversary visuals throughout the game, so be sure to check it all out. And I'm sure the point everyone is most excited about is the new character introduced in Season 7. For this season, we are pleased to introduce a highly popular hero from the original series. It's Hawks, the man who's a bit too fast. I would say that's a good statement because that's how I feel about him in game. While his incredible flying abilities and mobility are definitely highly, his ability to assist allies makes him a unique character capable of aerial combat like no other. We hope everyone enjoys playing as Hawks. He's fun, but I would say he's broken. I played as him a bit and against him. He's definitely the most mobile character in the game, like, and it's so hard to hit him while he's flying around, and he can do it for a long time. In addition to show our appreciation, we've prepared a special anniversary role, the anniversary special step up role. While the role is limited to just one role during the period, in step 2 you're guaranteed to receive 1 plus ultra costume, and on step 3 you can perform a 10 role for free, plus in the final step you're guaranteed to bowl either twice or all for 1. So take this opportunity to try your luck in battles. We've introduced the... okay, well, we'll talk about that before we continue on. There is 2 step-up banners. There's going to be this one, and then there's going to be another one, and the final characters, I think, are going to be Mirio and Endeavor. So it's basically the same banner, except instead of twice or all for 1, you get Endeavor or Mirio. It's up to you if you guys wanted to summon on this. I don't think it's like the worst value ever because it's like you are saving a lot of crystals and you are getting guaranteed stuff. It's just like, it really depends. Like, I think if you have these 2 characters, probably I'd say at the very least go to like this, like every step except for the last step. Like, if you have these 2 characters, don't do the last step. But like, if you want, like, you know, let me try to get a plus ultra costume, let me get that free 10 roll, you know, see. Up to y'all if you want to do it or not. I don't know, I don't think it's a must do or a must skip. It's kind of in the middle, so. In battles, you've introduced the new UA Island version 02, a revamped version of the existing UA Island map. The new map features added aerial corridors with varying heights, creating a more 3-dimensional experience. Jump platforms have also been added, allowing even low mobility characters to quickly ascend to higher areas. We hope you enjoy more dynamic battles with Hawks and the new map. I actually really like the design for the map now. again, like I said, I've been playing a decent amount, and I actually really like what they did with the map. It highlights some like, for example, Todoroki's Quirksent is very useful in these new hallways and areas. And I think the jump pads are a really nice addition for characters who just don't have good mobility. So I think this is a very good change. Good job, devs. Also, I don't know if they talk about it in this, probably not, but they also added the civilian crates that you find throughout this map onto the old map, which I'm very happy they did, because like it was like finding civilians throughout this map was way easier than the other map. The other map you had to go to specific areas. Now you can find those crates scattered throughout some of the areas, so it makes it easier to find civilians. So I'm glad they did that. On the system side, a new observer function has been added to the custom match mode, available exclusively for Steam version. This allows you to not only battle in custom matches, but also spectate the match from different perspectives, perfect for large groups of friends or agency members. Additionally, we've introduced the Mark as Favorite feature. In the past, it can sometimes be easy not to notice picking the same character as your teammate during matching, causing delays. To address this, we've implemented an automatic character switch after a set time. If you've marked a list of favorite characters, the system will switch to a different one from your list in case you chose the same character as a teammate. Lastly, starting this season, we have temporarily disabled the ability to disband the team after matchmaking. During our operations, we found that many beginner players with lower ranks were repeatedly disbanded after matchmaking, which prevented games from starting and made it difficult for people to enjoy the game safely. While we've adjusted matchmaking conditions in recent seasons to reduce extreme differences in rank or level, after careful consideration, we've made the difficult decision to temporarily disable the disband team function. We hope you understand that this change aims to create an environment where more players eager to play can start battles and enjoy the game. Moving forward, and not just for this Season 7, we will continue to develop and operate the game so that even more players can enjoy it. We hope you continue enjoying My Hero Ultra Rumble Season 7. I don't know how I feel about this. I would say skill-based matchmaking is not the solution, because, like, there's just not enough characters. Or not enough players. Maybe if crossplay was implemented, but for some reason they refuse to do that. I guess they don't want the game to last longer. But I don't think this was the correct decision, because there are genuinely people in this game who just do not understand how the game works and are just worse by like a mile compared to other players. Like, this is just how it is. This is the case with every game. You have the group of players who just started and have no idea what they're doing. And then you have like the group of players who like know what they're doing, know stuff about the game, but they're like casual, and then you have like the ultra omega sweats of the game. I think honestly, this shouldn't be a thing in the game. I think what they should do is, for rank only, make it to where you can't go into rank unless you meet certain requirements, like you're a certain level or something on your account. So that way you would have to have been playing the game for a little while before you're able to enter the ranked mode, meaning you have a general idea of how ranked works, or how the game works, and what characters you're good with and not good with. I think that would be a much better solution. And again, because then that way, like, people can still do unranked. And if they really like the game, then they can do a bit of grinding to get the ranked unlock. Some other games do this, so it's not like it's a out of left field, out of pocket thing to think about. But, you know, this is what they're doing, so we'll see. So that's it for the patch notes and the developer blog. And I've been playing the season for basically 24 hours at this point. Enough 24 hours straight, but it's been 24 hours since the season came out. I think there's some good with it, and a lot of bad with it. It's kind of like, it's hard to enjoy the good things they do because basically it's like, basically what they're doing, and if I had to break it down in an easy way to understand for people, it's like someone gave you a pie, a delicious pie, your favorite flavor of pie, whatever it is, or if you don't like pie, your favorite food. And then after they gave you your favorite food, they punch you in the face really hard. That's basically what this is like. So, like, yeah, you may have gotten your favorite food and whatnot, but, like, guess what? You just got punched in the face. You're going to be more concerned and upset about that and focused on that rather than, you know, I got the food I enjoyed. So, I don't know what to say anymore. This is just kind of how the game is. They will do good things here and there, but then they will again punch you in the face afterwards. So I don't know. I don't know what to say. It's definitely not all doom and gloom, but it's not. I don't know. I feel like for a first anniversary, it's a little lackluster. Like, again, I think they should have done crossplay and brought premium back on top of all of this. Then I think, like, well, do that, and then also nerf Strike Deku, and then don't touch Strike Bakugo. And then, like, I think it would have been, like, a really, really good update with, like, some negatives, but nothing, like, too egregious, you know? But we didn't get crossplay. We didn't get premium back. We didn't get Strike Deku nerfs. So, I don't know. And at this point, I don't know if we're ever going to get that because they said crossplay basically a year ago. It wasn't when the game came out, but like within the first, I think, few weeks, first month, when the game came out, they said they were working on crossplay, and you know, here we are almost a year later and still nothing. So I don't even think we're getting it at this point. But yeah, let me know what your guys' thoughts and opinions are on the dev blog, the patch notes, and just your general opinion playing Season 7. I would love to know. Maybe if there is enough replies, I will do like a reaction video on it and get your, like, do a video reacting to your guys' thoughts and opinions and kind of get my opinions on those, and we can like just discuss Season 7 and whatnot. So anyhow, I've been talking for long enough. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell if you would like to. Check out the description. You can find a link to my Twitch and a link to a little donation page. You don't have to do any of that, but it's there if you would like to check out more stuff from me and support me further. And yeah, I will see you all in the next video. Take care of yourselves. Love y'all. Bye.